Hey everyone, it's Nate. So I've had a realization recently, and that is that a lot of people don't know one of the most quintessentially important things of adulting. One of the most important aspects you could have in your life, and that is what to do with all your extra monies. Now I know a lot of you guys, I don't know what position you guys are in currently, but if you have a couple extra dollars end of the month, this video is for you. So please stick around. I have some really awesome content for you. In life, there are things that you need to address, that you need to take care of and to plan for. And while every event, every possibility, you can't plan for all of those. You plan for the things that you know are going to happen. So taxes are going to happen. That's one thing that you can plan for, and you can kind of calculate that out and get a rough idea where you'll be at the end of the year and where you'll need to pay or get back. You also know that at some point you're going to get old and not want to work anymore or not be able to work anymore. This video is going to address the latter, and I'm going to show you how to be a millionaire for $76.59. Stay tuned. So I know that the title may be a little clickbaity, it may sound a little weird, but just hear me out. If you were to invest $76.59 every month in an index fund for 40 years, you would be able to retire a millionaire. You would have $1,060.23. A millionaire for $76 a month. This sounds too good to be true, but let me break it down for you. So the tool that you can use to get to this incredible return is going to be what's called a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is a tax-advantaged account, which means that there are certain benefits that you get when it comes to taxes when you use that for as an investment vehicle. So trying to wrap your head around the whole concept of retirement accounts can be kind of challenging, but let me help simplify it for you. Similar to that which you would have at a bank, like a checking or savings account, a Roth IRA is just another type of account. So whatever happens in that account is, isolated to that, and there's certain rules that apply to it. So in a Roth IRA, you put money in that is after-tax money, which means money you've already paid taxes on, which means when you get paid your paycheck, say it's $1,000 gross before taxes, and after taxes is $800, that is $800 of after-tax money that you can do whatever you want with it. So if you were to, say, put $100 of that into a Roth IRA, that would be putting $100 of post-tax money into a Roth IRA. So that's the basic premise of how you can contribute to that. The perks of a Roth IRA are really quite beneficial. So aside from putting in post-tax money into this Roth IRA, any profit that you have in this account from your investments and all that and interest and dividends is tax-free. So you put money in here and you let it build and build and build and build. And at 59 and a half, you can withdraw this money from this account. Now, the most beneficial thing of all of this is the tax advantage. So if you were to go ahead and, using today's tax tables, retire with the $1 million in your account, you'll be able to safely withdraw about 4% a year, so about $40,000, with an effective tax rate of about 12%. In 2019, the tax table kind of cuts off about $39,500, so we'll just say 12% for right now. But at 12%, your $40,000 will be taxed, and the amount you would owe in that would be $4,800. So having your money in a Roth IRA and using that as an investment vehicle and then using it in retirement, you would get to keep the full $40,000. You wouldn't have to pay the almost $5,000 of income tax if you were to use a non-tax advantaged account. So this is a huge benefit, and that extra $5,000 can be a huge boost in retirement. And so I've kind of talked about the low end on how to be a millionaire for just $76.59. But I'm going to go beyond just that because I think that some of you guys probably can do a little bit more than that per month. So assuming that, we're going to go and step it up a little bit. So using the same 40 years and the same interest rate of 13.05%, and if you're wondering where I'm getting this interest rate from, it is from Fidelity Select Software and IT Services Index Fund, and the ticker symbol for that is FSCSX. So if you're looking to find that, the inception, from inception to date, average return on investment for that index fund there has been 16.05%, which is ridiculously high. So this has been around for about 35 years, and I adjusted our calculation for inflation. So we're not going to be using that 16.05%. We're going to be using the 13.05% to calculate for the 3% inflation year over year. So assuming 40 years of investment time and assuming you get a 13.05% average return and putting in $250 per month, you could retire and withdraw all this money at age 59 and a half. And your balance at this point in time, if you did all that every month, putting in $250 for 40 years, you'd have $3,264,330.29. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty sweet retirement to me. With this money, you could retire and you'd be able to withdraw about 4% every year. So with this level of money, you'd be able to have about $150,000 per year tax-free that you could do whatever you want with. You can get a lot of coffee with $150,000. So going to the furthest extreme of what you can do with a Roth IRA, we're going to max out completely our contribution limit for the year. As of right now, for people underneath the age of 50, the max contribution you can do for the year is $6,000 per person. So we'll divide that by 12, $500 per month is what we're going to work with for the moment. So assuming that same 40-year period and also assuming the same return rate of 13.05% year over year, you could retire after age 59 and a half with $6,528,660.58. That's a lot of cheddar. So what this means is you could retire with $260,000 per year of tax-free income from just $500 a month. I know $500 a month can be a lot, and it can be a lot to some people, but if you just do a fraction of this and you put your money into secure index funds that get a good, decent return on investment, but also have a low fee ratio, you can really get a lot of solid interest built up. Another really incredible thing about the Roth IRA is that you can actually withdraw without penalty all of the contributions that you make. So what this means is if you put, say, the max amount of money into your Roth IRA, $6,000, and that gains some value over a few years, and so the balance in total is $10,000, you can pull out your $6,000 from your account with no taxes or fees or penalties attached to it. And that profit that you made that's sitting in that account, that will still continue to sit there and make you money. So this is one thing I don't recommend, but if you absolutely need the cash, there's no penalty for taking it out. The only caveat is once you take it out, you can't put it back in. So say you made your contributions for 2020, you put your $6,000 in, and then a few years later, you realize, oh no, I need $6,000. So you pull that money out. You can't put that back in unless you haven't met your cap for the year of the $6,000. In the future, that cap may change, so that may go up to $7,000, $8,000. Just a few years ago, the cap for a Roth IRA contribution was $5,500. So it changes year to year, and every couple of years it goes up by a little bit. So in the future, your cap may be $10,000, and then you may be able to put some of the money you took out back in if you decide to do that. But again, I would not recommend that. It's best to use if it's left in this account and allowed to collect interest over a period of time. So I know this is a shorter video, guys, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out and listening to me talk a bunch of numbers at you. I know it's not the most fun thing to do, but it's really, really vital to know these things and to be able to apply them to your life. So I know that I'm working on my retirement right now, and I'm working on building that up, and it's not where I want it to be just yet, but you know what? There's time to do that. I'm 25 years old, and I got plenty of time to do it, but I'm starting now. I'm trying to start while I'm young so that I can have the benefit of compounding interest, so that year over year I can get a decent buildup of resources and I can have a decent retirement. But the most important thing with this whole thing, it's not the amount of money that you put in, it's not the interest rate you get. The interest rate is important, but really when it comes to investing and saving for retirement, the biggest thing is time. So if you wait until you're 50 to start doing this, you're going to have a big headache and a big battle in front of you because you're going to need to put in significantly more to be able to meet what you could have done just a few years prior. So for example, if you were to put $100 per month away for 40 years at a 13.05% return, you'd be able to retire after 59 and a half with $1.3 million in the bank. So if you were to wait 5 years and only put this money away for 35 years, you would at retirement, you would have $700,000, a difference of $500,000 just for waiting a few years. This is the power of compounding interest. The interest rate does matter, but compounding interest year over year is the most important thing. And when you're young, this is the time to do it. I wish that I had known when I was 18 that retirement accounts were a thing. I did not know. No one told me, no one in my family really knew, and so I figured all this out recently myself. So if there's any advice that I give to my younger viewers right now, it would absolutely be to, as soon as you can, if you're 18, you set yourself up a Roth IRA and you invest in index funds. So S&P 500 index funds are a great way to start out, but there's a lot of other options in there. But I would definitely recommend to start as early as you can so that you can take the maximum advantage of all the perks and benefits of a Roth IRA. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of today. I like putting these videos together, so I thank you for watching it and helping me be able to do all this. I know that I've, learned some things along the way, and this is one of those that I didn't really, get poured into me and taught to me when I was young. So definitely check this out. If you aren't investing already, do it now. And I'll have more details in a later video about all the different funds you should try and buy into. So with that being said, have an awesome day. Thank you so much. Bye.